Today is my 4-year anniversary on YouTube, and for today's video I thought I would do something different, something I haven't tried before, and try to do a tag video. If you don't know what a tag video is, a YouTube creator creates a video asking a bunch of questions and then other YouTubers answer those questions. The tag I'm going to do today is the part-time YouTuber tag created by Monica Adriana. The first question is, what is your main gig? Do you work full-time? Are you a student, a parent? Spill the beans. If you follow this channel, you already know the answer to this question. I am a full-time technical writer. I lead documentation at Airbyte, which is a data integration platform. And before Airbyte, I was at Cockroach Labs, where I also worked as a full-time technical writer and then as a developer advocate. The second question is, what made you want to start YouTube? That is an excellent question. A bunch of things happened all at once in 2018 that made me want to start YouTube. I got my job at Cockroach Labs and I moved to New York in June 2017. The first year of me being at this new job and me being in New York was just living the dream. New York has always been my dream city, and I couldn't believe that I get to live in the city and make good money, that I could actually do things in the city. So I spent the first year just being a tourist. I did all the touristy things, explored everything that I possibly could in New York. But by May 2018, that had kind of started to fade a bit, and life in New York was starting to get more routine, and I started having more time on my hands with no plans. So I needed a new hobby. And there's something in the air in New York City that just wants you to be creative and expressive and make something. I knew I wanted a creative hobby, a creative outlet. And I used to watch a bunch of YouTube channels, and I was very fascinated by the creative process of making YouTube videos. So I thought I would make YouTube videos as well. That seemed like a good creative hobby. When I was thinking about what topics I could talk about, the only obvious answer was tech writing, because that's all I know. And I used to teach technical writing to undergraduate engineering students at Missouri S&T when I was doing my master's degree. That was part of my teaching assistantship. The way teaching assistantships work at Missouri S&T for the technical communication department is that you actually get to teach technical writing for a whole semester to undergraduate engineering students, and I had done that for 4 semesters. And that was my favorite part about the whole master's degree experience, and I really missed it. So I thought, okay, I want to make a YouTube channel and make content that I would enjoy watching. And I miss teaching technical writing. Why don't I make videos about technical writing for people on the internet? And that made perfect sense to me. And hence this channel. That has been my philosophy for my channel ever since. I make content that I would enjoy watching, and that has served me really well. The third question is, what is your channel about? Do you stick to one niche or do you cover a few? My niche is technical writing. I mostly make videos about technical writing. I did venture into developer advocacy videos for a year when I was working as a developer advocate. I also sometimes make life in tech videos, and then the rest of videos are just videos I think would be fun to make, and they're basically for me and my family and friends because they get insight into my life through my videos. Did you always know YouTube would be a side gig, or did you ever want to be a full-time YouTuber? I don't want to be a full-time YouTuber. There was a time in 2019 when I wanted to be a full-time content creator when I was exploring the developer relations career path, and that time I really ramped up the videos on this channel because I was trying to make this channel into my portfolio of my video skills that I could present to companies and be like, hey, these are the types of videos I can make. Do you want me to make them for your company? And that kind of worked. I did land a developer advocate position. So yeah, I had a brief stint as a full-time content creator, or so I thought. It turns out developer advocacy is so much more than that, but I did consider it seriously, and over 2 years I realized converting my hobby into my job wasn't the greatest idea. So I came back to tech writing, and now YouTube is again back to being a hobby and a creative outlet. What is your schedule like? When do you film? When do you edit? Whew. My schedule these days for YouTube is I film whenever I feel like it. Since the pandemic, I have totally given up on maintaining a weekly upload schedule or even a monthly one. 1 or 2 or 3 videos per month is a really good months for me on YouTube. I have started prioritizing quality over quantity. So I would rather make videos that I think are really, really valuable to the community or are really, really fun for me to make and for my friends and family to watch. So if it's not in either of these categories, I don't make the videos. Even though I have like a ton of ideas, they don't get converted into actual videos that you see. So yeah, I film and edit whenever I feel like it. We are going by our energy levels this year. How do you keep your YouTube channel organized? Do you plan videos ahead of time or just film what you feel like? I do have a Trello board and I use it as an idea dump. If I think of an idea, I'll put it on a card in a Trello board, and I also have like buckets of video content that I will like categorize it in. So some of them are people I want to invite on the channel for a live stream. Some of the ideas are about technical writing tips that I think might be beneficial to the community, and some of them are just experiments or things that I think would be fun. My Trello board is a mix of a Kanban board and an idea dump. That's how I organize my videos. So I do have a rough plan, but the plan changes very often. How do you feel about sponsored videos on YouTube? Have you or would you ever do one on your channel? I don't mind sponsored videos on YouTube in general because I feel like that's a very valid source of income for full-time YouTubers or like even just content creators. I personally haven't done a sponsored video on my channel mainly because the sponsorship offers I get are for products or tech writing courses or tools that I don't think are good, and I don't feel comfortable taking money and recommending things that I personally wouldn't use. I might do a sponsorship video in the future if I find the right sponsorship that I truly believe in, but we'll see. What do you think is the biggest challenge of doing YouTube part-time? The biggest challenge of doing YouTube part-time is keeping it part-time. YouTube can very easily become a full-time second job. A lot goes on behind the scenes. For every video, I end up spending 8 to 10 hours. Filming takes about an hour, and then editing takes 3 to 4 hours, and then there's thumbnails and finding the right tags and making sure it fits the content policies and the subtitles, and then uploading and publishing and answering comments. It can be a full-time job, and I don't want to do that. I already have a full-time job that I really, really love. And I also have other hobbies, for example, D&D and reading. And I have people in my life that I want to spend time with. This year, YouTube is like the 4th or the 5th priority for me. And that has been a very big change for me because, like I said, in 2019, I was trying to be a full-time content creator. So I used to be on the YouTube Studio app looking at analytics and looking at viewership and watch time and the metrics all the time. The YouTube Studio app can really pressure you into feeling bad about not making enough content to feed the algorithm. It'll just start like giving you little, snarky remarks like, not many people are watching your videos, or like all the green signals will turn gray on the app, and it feels bad to see the arrows pointing down and then the green turning to gray. It's like little hints and little ways of the app to guilt you into making new videos, because when you do upload a video, all the signals turn green again and then all the arrows start pointing up again. So being in that mode for that long during my developer advocacy and a content creator phase, that led to the severe burnout that I had in 2021, and then recovering from that and then deciding to completely ignore the app and just doing my own thing and uploading videos when I feel like it has been a very big and very conscious change for me. So the biggest challenge of doing YouTube part-time is keeping it part-time and not letting my overachieving tendencies take over and not slip back into the workaholic mode to appease the YouTube algorithm gods and just do my own thing and prioritize things that bring me joy. Yeah, that has been and still continues to be a challenge. That was the part-time YouTuber tag. I hope this was fun and interesting, and thanks for hanging out with me for the past 4 years. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.